What's up guys, and welcome back to another video. I'm D-Cell, and today I'm going to be talking about a game called Idle Heroes. Now, admittedly, I have played this game before, albeit a really long time ago. In fact, on my channel, probably about 4 or 5 years ago, there's still some cringy videos of me playing it, but for whatever reason, I never really got hooked into the game until now. So here I am playing a game that you don't play and enjoying it. But before we dive into today's video, guys, make sure to smash that like button, and if you like my content, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so you can get more videos like this in the future. And let me know in the comments down below, what do you think about Idle Heroes, and just what do you think about idle games in general? So what is Idle Heroes? Well, I would call it a idle hero collector game, as the combat is automated and most of the gameplay revolves around you building up team comps and sending them up against PvE content. Now, it does have a plethora of PvE modes and some PvP modes. You have to let the automated system play itself out. So you build up your team, you structure their stats and their speed tuning and stuff like that, and you see how it performs. Personally, I do enjoy building up team comps and seeing how they perform against PvE scenarios, like bosses and stuff like that. However, I do have to say there is an incredible amount of waiting in this game and a lot of resource gathering and hoarding as well from event to event. So if you're looking for a secondary game, this might be up your alley, as you only need to spend about 30 minutes, maybe if you stretch it out like an hour each day to get everything done, get all your dailies and event stuff and just like dip out. And just to really drive home the point of how much waiting there is in this game, I've been playing this game for months now and I'm still only level 126, yet I need to be level 130 to progress further into the campaign and eventually unlock Void campaign, which is the next part of the game. And this will likely take me at least another month, if not more, to get there, and literally all I'm waiting on is just idle XP. This is something I do wish DH Games would like fine tune, because there's really no sense of having an account like mine where you're just waiting, literally waiting. I'm not doing anything but waiting until my idle XP gets up to a certain point. It's kind of dumb. Let's start with the things about the game I do enjoy, and that's going to start us off with the PVE game modes. I do like the art style, and I think the units are well done. They all look pretty cool. They feel good to collect, so that is always something that is like necessary in an idle collector game like this. But the main thing I do like about this game is all of the different PvE game modes that you have at your disposal. We have Gate of the Void, which unlocks after you get your first E5 character. Now, what is an E5 character? Well, when you get a 5-star and you fuse it up to a 6-star, that goes up to 7, 8, 9, 10-star, and then from 10-star you have enable 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So basically, an E5 is like a 15-star character, I guess, if that's how you want to say it. Anyway, back to Gate of the Void. In here, you have the Void Vortex, where you fight through an ever-increasing difficulty wave of monsters, where each wave has different negative status effects that you have to contend with. You have the Galactic Tree for raising your Pokemon, Void Arc for gathering resources, which also has some PvP combat aspect to it, and PvE boss battles. Realm's Gate is a tile-based mode where you fight through monsters and bosses, gain transcendence materials and things like that, but my favorite feature of Gate of the Void is the Compass. The Compass lets you summon specifically for 5-star characters. You have Tower of the Brave, which in it you have Tower of Oblivion and Tower of Dream, which are your tried and true tower modes. Tower of Dream is expanded on, like after you complete Tower of Oblivion. Tower of Dream is like a reoccurring thing that happens every few days to get like extra rewards. Aspen Dungeon, you take a team of 5 characters into an ever-increasing difficulty of floors. However, the difference here is that you can only use one character at a time to clear the floor. Then you have Sealand, which is another PvE game mode where it's faction based. You can go in and each Sealand has a specific faction that you have to clear PvE waves. There is an absolute ton of PvE game modes in here, which I'm not going to spend the time to go through all of them because it would be kind of ridiculous for this video, but just to give you an idea of some more PvE game modes that you have to go through, I'm just going to list them out. You have the Fantasy Arcade, you have the Ethereal Realm, Celestial Island, Cloud Island, Guild Bosses, you have the Star Expedition, and you also have Broken Spaces. These are all different game modes that give you different like materials and upgrades and progression paths. Now, what I love about this game is they have tied these PvE game modes to your account progression. So as you clear out and progress in these things, you get noticeable buffs for your entire account. For example, once you beat floor 650 in Tower of Oblivion, all your heroes get a 30% HP boost in all Gate of the Void game modes. Or once you clear Death 100 in Aspen Dungeon, your heroes get a max level increase cap of 20 levels. So you go from a max level of 330 to a max level of 350. Or how about when you clear Broken Spaces 7, which gives you a bump in your resource generation from your campaign. So what I'm saying here is DH Games has done a excellent job here of giving you clear-cut goals to go for, but not only giving you the goals, giving you a reason to want to clear those goals. Now that's going to move us on to the second thing that I like about this game, and that is the community. They regularly give out redemption codes through their various content creators, and the devs usually once a month give out some codes that really give some good stuff. The community itself is very helpful, and they have active Discord, Reddits, and YouTube communities. The thing that really took me aback about this community is there is an event that happens every now and then in the game where you have to fight all of these transcendent heroes to get extra rewards. Now, most people, especially new players, are not gonna have all of these transcendent heroes. I've been playing for like what, 3 or 4 months now, and I only have one transcendent hero, just to give you guys an idea. So the whales and the YouTube content creators and stuff like that, they get together. Reddit has it, Discord has it, and the YouTube has it, where they get together, they set up like macros so that you can friend them, you can fight them, and get free rewards. This is an excellent collaborative experience that is pretty rare to see in communities, to see them get together on all of their platforms to make sure that everybody enjoys the event. Idle Heroes seems to have a very active YouTube community. The two main content creators that I see on the platform are Barry Gaming and MKX Jump. However, there are various other content creators, but both of those creators are probably the biggest ones of the community, and they provide various gameplay videos and like guides and stuff like that for the video, which are very helpful for their community. Personally, I would suggest going onto one of these channels and looking out some of those guides if you're wanting to get into the game. However, early to mid game is super easy. Just build Eloise and win. Now, let's get into the things that I do not like about this game. Starting off with the monetization. I do not like this game's pricing structure at all, bar none. It's terrible. The main reason for this is unless you're a whale, it is never gonna feel like that you ever complete any events. Ever. So as long as you're okay with having unfinished and like half finished or quarter finished events or whatever it is, unless you plan on spending $200 to $500 like every event, just know that you're not completing these events. Now, I'm not saying that as free to play or low spender you don't get good rewards. You do. It's just a massive feels bad when you look at even your monthly events. I'm not even talking about like New Year's and the big events. Even your monthly events are going to be done like halfway, if that. And it just feels bad because it doesn't ever feel like you're completing anything. Now, speaking of monthly events, some of these could really use some updating, like the Imp's Adventure. The Imp's Adventure is terrible. They should just remove it from the game, replace it with something else. I mean, it is a dice-based gameplay where it's RNG completely. You go around the board, and it's more often than not frustrating than it is fun. And some of these events kind of need a little tweaking on what the rewards are, but mainly, yeah, it's that Imp's Adventure. It's terrible. And then going back to the pricing structure for just a minute, this game to me feels borderline unplayable as free to play. And the reason for this is after about a month of playing, your bag space is going to be full. They give you like no bag space. If you pay $5 or $15 or whatever a month, this immediately goes away. So if you're a low spender, it really doesn't matter. So if you're planning on spending on this game, this is a moot point. But as a free-to-play player, like, they make hero collecting, like, the whole thing about the game is hero collecting, right? And they make that hard to do as free-to-play, and that's absolutely stupid in my opinion. Like, yes, you can spend diamonds and you can slowly build up your bag space through the Celestial Island, but honestly, you're here to build hero collectors. Like, you're here to build and collect heroes. I mean, so like, you should just be given a bag space of like 1,000 right off rip. Like, having a bag space of like 200 or whatever it is It like fills up like that. It's so stupid. And the other thing I don't like about this game is their auction house. While it is a good idea on paper, they have bastardized this thing into oblivion, and you have like 4, I think maybe 5 different currencies, all just to fight botters around the auction house. Like it's kind of dumb. They in my opinion, what they should do is just remove all of that, just remove all the currency, just have the one currency, and then have everything account bound. Like you don't need starry gems, prism starry gems, contract starry gems, and soulbound contract. Like it's too much. It's stupid. Just make awakening the heroes easier to do and more accessible in game, and just have it all account bound. Who cares about like selling that? Like it's a good idea, I guess, in theory on paper, but it's dumb. Like just make the game mode, it's already a solo experience, so just make the solo experience better by making the awakens better, and then you don't need the auction house. So what's my overall verdict about this game? Well, if you're a low spender or you're a spender, and if you're willing to pay like a minimum of like $5 a month, this is a fun game, especially for a side game. It can be very fun. However, now, and again, this is just my opinion, if you're free to play, this is a very bad experience. It is not fun. I mean, yeah, you can grind it. If you're a masochist, you can probably enjoy it, but like the amount of like meticulous grinding and going around how many characters you have on in your bag space for food and stuff like that, it gets very, very, very tedious as a free-to-play player, and I just don't find that kind of gameplay fun. But that's gonna be it for today's video, guys. I honestly don't really plan on making another video for this, unless you guys want me to. Let me know in the comments down below if this is something that you want, like more content that you want to see, like when I unlock more game modes and stuff like that. If you guys want to see what some of those game modes look like when I do unlock them, I can make another video. But again, just let me know in the comments down below if that's something that you guys want to see. Either way, guys, it's been fun. You're awesome. Thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one.